watching a few videos of mine in the past, and I'm getting really frustrated whenever I do this, because, I try to follow my own thought, and every time I do that, I get really frustrated because I sometimes lose the thread, or I come up with so many subjects at the same time, and I can tell when I look at myself when I do that. A lot of it comes to mind, and then I speak about one thing, and I want to hang the next to it, and blah, blah, blah. I get mixed up. And I sometimes lose the plot. Or not completely, but sort of in a way. I don't make the point I wanted to make. I kind of lose it, and I come to some point or whatever, Or in general, it doesn't have to be the way of the ramble, the way of the thought. It can just be a small audio issue, Or, there's a lot of stuff to fix, obviously. The camera quality is, still top notch, that was my emphasis right from the get-go. But for the ASMR thing, I knew you gotta have good video, or else no one's gonna watch. Well, look at you now. I have over 10 subscribers, probably by now. I have exactly 10 right now. But and I already made a special, which, is basically the thought I want to get to. I watched that special, and there are things in it about fame, that I still could elaborate on, but maybe I'll do that. Anyway, I already lost the thread, Already lost it. Why did I bring up the subscribers? I don't know. Oh, I remember. Because of the great video quality, I came to, realize that I had so many subscribers. Yeah. So, that was the reason. Anyway, yeah, the past, it can be really troubling, You look back and you think, I could have done that better, which is basically the only mantra you have, or we with our critical minds, we go into it with the could have, would have, should have, I don't know. I don't think that's very healthy. Yeah. I just want to put that stuff out still. Lately I deleted some of my recordings because I wasn't very happy with it. But whatever, who cares, right? No, there's a balance to strike with everything, basically. But it was getting a bit unbalanced. I was sort of, it's the fame thing, the fame I was talking about. Stuff like this can unbalance you, Even if you think I've got it all figured out, I wouldn't do something stupid like this famous guy, No, you probably would in your own stupid way, That's one of the good things I learned about this past thing. When you look into the past, and you really go there, you remember an argument, a conversation, an incident, an event, whatever. And I came to realize a lot of humanity is within them. I think I memorized some events especially well because of that, because there's still stuff to figure out, I still have, in a way, this thing where I overanalyze certain interactions in the world. You may have gone to work and made a joke, at whatever, when you went to break or something, and your colleagues didn't laugh. It was that silence. The joke really failed, and you might go home that day, and or someone like me would go home and think, I really fucked up today. That was so terrible. That joke, man, I had it so well planned out, and it didn't. Whatever. And then you'd come up with solutions. You maybe go into depression because of it, or you maybe think your colleagues are all stupid. It's all them. They didn't get it, or maybe you're just not a talented joke teller. Whatever. You might exaggerate, a lot if you overthink it so much. about in the past, that's worth looking at. I think that's why we really do it. But you can lose your track with that exercise. You know, certainly can overdo it with everything. Yeah, maybe I just shouldn't rewatch my video. Maybe I should just watch them once when I, do the post processing, when I turn all the knobs around and stuff for the audio. That's when I do it, and then I'll leave it alone. Yeah, I mean, but there's gotta be some sort of, you have to reflect as well, which isn't that actually the same, looking into the past and reflect? Or it's very similar. It's definitely a similar sort of trick, that you do. Sort of what's in my memory, I mean, reflecting, well, no, I take that back. Reflecting is probably more, it's, I mean, if it goes really deep, it's very, you get to something that's very in the now, that's very, yeah, there's, but the process still, it's similar, in a way. You reflect on a memory to look into the, you know what I mean. Just semantics here. We're talking about semantics. Really uninteresting, actually. Or maybe, yeah. I mean, sometimes language, like the little details, can tell you a lot. Let's see. Past. I don't know. I don't know what that word could allude to. Sometimes words have like this imminent. You attach something. I mean, maybe you do with past, but sometimes it's something in their sound that carries a meaning. I mean, there's some sounds, some words that just sound perfectly, that just sound exactly like the thing you feel when it's actually describing a feeling or something. Sometimes. But I can't think of anyone. I can't think of a single word now that I mentioned it. But, well, whatever. I'll look it up in a dictionary later. Sort of, I now looked into the future. It also felt a bit like, that's also, I mean, it's an interesting, the flip side to that is sort of, but it still has so much to do with with the now and how you see yourself now, how you would project into the future, and how much that does. If, let's say, there's something in your past you don't like about yourself, anything, a small mistake, let's say, you stole chewing gum, and you just think, that was really not right. I mean, that poor old lady that sold that chewing gum, she probably made all her living with that, and blah, 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 blah. You're just not happy with it. And then you're here in the now, you have this guilt about this in the past, and you look into the future. I mean, don't you think it would change everything if you change this, how you look at this stuff in the future, in the past, which would change how you look at yourself now, for example? Well, I mean, when I stole that chewing gum, I mean, I don't know if she made all her living, but it would be a really bad business if that lady wouldn't account for at least one stolen chewing gum. It's not that bad. You realize, kind of, okay, maybe there's more going on here, maybe I was teaching her a lesson, actually, that she needed to know that some people just steal chewing gum, and you have to, if you have a business, you have to sort of account for that. You have to make security measurements. You can't just stand there and sell chewing gum out of your pockets. You can't do that. You gotta have a safe and stuff. So whatever. And such a bad thief as I once thought. And then everything about the future you project changes. And I mean, that's also like these time spaces. That's so weird. If you really think about it. Because your outlook of the future, I mean, I'm not saying that's gonna be your future, but it certainly does change how you hold yourself, how you walk, how you talk to people, like these small details that we do pick up changes all of them. That was a really terrible example with the chewing gum. That was reflecting on it now, that was so odd. I really had to bend that around to make my point. But you got it, I hope. Yeah, sometimes there's stuff in our past that shouldn't be ignored. That you have to integrate into the now, to make your future better. I think that's sort of the message of this video, Not that I aim to do that, but I think you can boil it down to something like that, but sometimes also, I have to say, sometimes you gotta let stuff just go, It depends. Like, yeah, everything that's you yourself sure reflect on it, but sometimes if bad stuff happened to you, you can't cling on that. If it's just like yeah, I don't know, bad schoolmates and they were mobbing or whatever, and that sucks. But you just have to. I mean, do the thing, reflect on it, and see all of that, all of the stupidity all around you. I think that's very freeing, actually. I try to do that lately, and it works. It's just like these kids are clearly stupid. They wouldn't do this if they weren't, right? And so you did stupid stuff. You stole that chewing gum, remember? And just you gotta forgive that stuff, even if it's really bad, like mobbing and stuff. That can it's so dumb, but yeah, still, if you don't, then you let these people, whoever did whatever to you, you let them dictate your future. Basically, you still let them play a role in your future. The best you can do with that stuff is to just, alright, you're not gonna play a role in my future, I've got this. Yeah. Wherever you're going, the past, the future, the present, do it with love and compassion. And if that doesn't work, just then discard it. I think that's fair. Yeah, forgive and forget really comes to mind. Sometimes we say these things so flippantly, like we say it in a manner that makes you forget about the meaning of it. Yeah, forgive and forget is basically a lot of what I just rambled about. But if you don't connect them, or words, what are they? You gotta tell me. You have to have your meaning straight and stuff. But yeah, I'll see you in the next one, in the future. actually, no, I'm gonna see it in the present. That's a funny way to see it. I'm projecting into the future from recording now, which will be later when you're watching this, and it's gonna be in the past when you're watching this. No, it's gonna be. I'm getting confused. But, yeah, it's a weird how this works, isn't it? I mean, crazy. So, yeah. I'll let it go for this one and see you in the next one.